Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. Real quick, if we got any listeners out there, which I know we do, we have millions and millions of listening Lions, but if you have questions for our guests here today, Danny Fonseca and Jordan Cusimano, tweet us right now at Go Mountain Lions. Get those questions out there. We will get them answered for you because we're going to have them coming on the show here in just a little bit. But before we have that segment, we got to take care of some business. Business before pleasure. So we got to take care of what happened over this past weekend as your men's basketball team went 2-0 on the road, and whoo, did they put up some numbers, back-to-back performances, over 100 points. That has not happened many times here in the program. So you know right now the Mountain Lions are rolling. In fact, that's just the second time it's happened. So that goes to tell you how significant your Mountain Lion men are playing right now. They are catching their stride at the right time. And so I'm going to send it over to our resident basketball analyst. Sauce, what did you see from this past weekend? The men 100-69. That was the first night against Shattern State. I mean, a dominant performance. What were the keys to victory? What did they do that allowed them not only to win, but to dominate on the road?
Well, you kind of, when you saw them warm up, you knew it was going to be a good game. And I don't know if you looked too much into warm-ups, but Mountain Lions, they were hitting everything in warm-ups. And you had 6 players in double figures. They get over 100 points. The first game they have 100-plus points. But, you know, what I was looking at actually, yes, you have 6 Mountain Lions in double figures in points, but you have Elijah Ross with 10 assists in that game. And so
the freshman?
The freshman.
The freshman.
He's throwing oops, man. He's throwing dimes. Some of those passes, he's threading the needles to the point where he's not playing like a freshman. He's what they call a true freshman, and he's not a Derek White by any sense, but he's on the road for greatness for the school.
He started off this season as a redshirt. He wasn't
Crazy.
even playing.
Him and Eagle Crest Blend Abdili.
That's a nice combination.
Nice
I got to tell you,
Eagle Crest.
things are looking good. Charlie, you were there.
I was.
You were at Shattern State. What did you see? What do you think helped really propel these Mountain Lions to victory? And again, not just a victory, but a dominant 100-69 performance.
You know, like Brandon said, 6 players in double digits. The thing I saw at Shattern the most was Dalton Patton. Really, not the emergence, but he was just dominant.
21 points.
21
That's
points.
That's Lions Den bump again.
About 4 dunks that were just very contested. He played very well. And then, like Sauce said, Elijah Ross, 10 assists, getting his team involved before he gets himself involved. And, he's really looking comfortable in that starting spot as, we look there as the men's basketball score. And Alex Welsh catching up to Derek White. And,
Hey, Dalton Patton's on that list, too.
Oh, yeah, number 10 right
there.
Oh, yeah. Catching up.
Gives Will some recognition
let's not look
there.
past that.
Yeah.
He's right now number 10 in
Good
program
Lord.
history. That's all time,
And
Charlie.
he has the Lions Den bump, so
That's right.
He'll get up there.
Well, I want to, now that we have this graphic up, or the last graphic, sorry, Jared.
We'll put it back.
So I wanted to talk about Alex Welsh. I talked to him a couple days ago, and it's like Derek's record of over 1,900 points was kind of startling to a lot of people. And Derek we thought Derek had it by a long shot. But after this Lions Den coincidence, after this Lions Den appearance, man, he's had 42, 38, or 32, and big game like it was Saturday when he had 30.
I mean, if he averages these numbers and the Mountain Lions go deep into the playoffs, he could legitimately break that record this season.
That's just it. If they want to win, he had to have these numbers, and he will break it if he wants to get that record. So it's going to happen.
If he averages in the mid-30s, he's going to do it, and he's been averaging well above that as of late. So that is completely in his grasp, and that's something to look out for because that is a historic number, catching Derek White on the all-time points leader. But more things going on than just that. As you see on the rebound list, he's starting to create some separation as he passed Jack Bain, now ahead by 40 rebounds with the rest of the season to add to that all-time record. He's trying to put that out of reach.
And, with Welsh, when he was on the show, you could really tell how much he wanted that RMAC championship, do that, repeat. And both the seniors really have stepped up this year. Also, Kendall Godley really haven't gotten a lot of love right now, but, he has been playing well.
We love him.
He has
here
been
on the show.
an offensive
like
threat, and, his defense has gotten so much better the past couple of games. And it's been a great show for Kendall Godley. I think it was actually the New Mexico Highlands game where he dunked on that 6'10"
Oh,
guy.
that was nasty.
That's when, Kendall Godley, KG, really...
KG.
He asserted his dominance there.
Well, I wanted to say Welsh is finally now a walking double-double. Welsh is finally 10 rebounds and 20-plus a game. So that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's almost a given for him now.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
even difficult for him to get a double-double anymore.
Right.
Where's the competition?
Well, it's also funny because I wanted to talk about, I know we're short on time, but
we got all day, bud.
Saturday's match, I wanted to talk about that because Alex Welsh picked his spots and, a downtown kid from Denver, and He goes back home. He's 12 of 14, only misses 2 shots on the night. And
Two all night?
And he goes for 37 and 2 assists and no turnovers. When you see a lot of bigs trying to make their mark on the game, you see a lot of turnovers, and that's how when you look, Charlie, you can voice for this. When you're looking at the scouting report, you know when a big is trying to force it because they have a lot of turnovers and no assists. Well, Alex Welsh averages almost 3 assists per game.
Wait, he only missed 2 shots all game? Charlie missed more than that last week in our sevens game. Are you kidding me? This guy. And the Mountain Lions won 104-94 up against Regis. Again, broke the century mark 2 games in a row. Charlie, real quick before we cut to break, let me get your thoughts on that men's basketball game from Saturday night against Regis.
Regis, that was a fun game. All of those guys except for Ryan Van Pelt are Colorado guys, so a lot of family at that game. They really showed up, played well. That first half really set the tone and set the mood, and that's what the Mountain Lions have been doing. That first half, they have just been going at it and really, just scoring, playing defense, and I think they're really hitting their stride and momentum going into the RMAC playoffs.
Yeah, we travel well, don't we?
We do indeed.
Yeah, bring in the noise. Everywhere we go, we got more noise coming up here on the Lions Den as we're going to cover the women's basketball results from this weekend. Still a good weekend. Didn't quite get both victories, but a good performance on both nights nonetheless. We're going to break that down right after this break. Don't go anywhere. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports.